This question is on the use of online methods in administration, uh, use of online method in education, use of online system in health sector. The first two sentences of this question form the background of the question, and the third sentence is the core question. Now let's read the question. Online methodology is being used for day-to-day meetings, institutional approvals in administration, and for teaching and learning in education sector to the extent telemedicine in the health sector is getting popular with the approvals of competent authority. No doubt it has advantages and disadvantages for both the beneficiaries and system at large. So the question says online method are being used in administration, in education and in health sector, and the online method has its own advantages and disadvantages. Now the third sentence is the core question or the main question. Describe and discuss the ethical issues involved in use of online method, particularly to the vulnerable section of society. The vulnerable section of society includes uh, old persons, poor people, illiterate people, children, women, etc. So basically, we have to write about the disadvantages of online method to vulnerable section of our society. Now let's see the answer. Online methodology in education, administration, and health sector has many advantages like it brings efficiency, transparency, affordability, and reach even to remote areas. But online methodology has some disadvantages and difficulties like online methods are not accessible to all sections of society. Considerable section of society lacks digital literacy. There are data privacy and security issues also. These disadvantages especially affect the vulnerable section of our society, which raise some important ethical issues. The vulnerable sections of our society include old persons, poor people, children, women, etc. Some important ethical issues involved in use of online methodology, particularly to the vulnerable section of society, are as follows. One major issue in online methodology is that it may not be accessible to the poor people. They may not afford smartphone internet access. Even the children of low income groups may not have internet access, due to which they cannot take advantage of online methodology of education. Many vulnerable people, like old persons, poor illiterate laborers, may not have skill or knowledge to use smartphone or internet. As a result, they are excluded from the convenience of online methodology, which is not fair. Vulnerable people are at huge risk of fraud, harassment, or abuse at online platforms. Another important issue is sharing of sensitive information. Vulnerable people like poor people or digitally illiterate persons have to take help of their known ones or cyber cafe to use online services. Here they have to share their confidential information with them like financial details, Aadhaar number, PAN number, medical records and even OTP passwords etc. Due to sharing of such information, they are more vulnerable to online fraud. In this way, online methods raise ethical issues by excluding the vulnerable section and putting the vulnerable section at high risk of harm. Such ethical issues can be addressed by providing training and easy internet access to needy vulnerable section. They can be given option like in-person use of services by being physically present or availing services by simple phone call.